Hey guys, how you doing? The hair's floofy. I'm feeling a little bit better than yesterday. Um, uh, I have I told you about Amazon. Um, I kind of finished Fire Brigade the anime. It's not done. I think there's one more season left. That's not even out yet. I got a new book. It's called Self-Reliance by Ralph Waldo Emerson. And uh, yeah, might read it to my cat. It's not a bedtime story, but you know what? You deal with what you got. I don't look like Zac Efron, but hey, um, I'm doing a little better from yesterday. Uh, it's just a lot of thinking. This hair is gonna come off soon, by the way, so you will not see a lot of Floop for a very long time, and I might start doing these videos every day. I doubt anybody's going to watch it, but it's for my own personal logging experience. Maybe it'll even get me to be a better streamer if I start streaming. Ooh. Ah. Ee. Ah. Um, yeah, and if you want to know about what's been happening with me, just watch my depression video from the day before. I got that book, Self-Reliance, because of what someone told me. It was, well, she just said to me that I have to be more self-reliant on myself, and she's not wrong. A lot of people have been giving me some really good advice. I see a valley on my hair. Sorry. You never look at your hair. You just go. It shakes. Anyways, uh, self-reliance. I was talking to a friend about that because I think I do have some dependence. I'm codependent is what I had before. It's kind of why I started these YouTube videos before, is because I was feeling kind of lonely. I didn't really have anybody around me anymore. They were probably the closest thing, especially during COVID. Now they just kind of stopped existing in my life. Anyways, um, I did a video before. I was a little more ecstatic than I am now, but now it's just a repeat. I was what codependence was, if you ever saw my video, it's just really me saying that in order for me to feel good about myself, I needed someone else's opinion or someone else's love to make me feel valued, to make me feel important. And you expect them to be dependent on you to get that feeling of love. And the problem with that, according to my therapist, is that if I don't have that feeling, if they do not give that feeling to me, I start feeling crappy because I want them to rely on me. But that's not true independence. That's not true self-reliance. You're always relying on that person to give you those feelings, the feelings of love and satisfaction. And there's a book that I read. It's called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And it's supposed to be that there are 3 types. There's dependence, independence, and interdependence. Dependence is pretty much the feeling you had as a child. When you were a child, the child looked to you for protection. The child looked to you for everything. You are providing their needs. That's what dependence is. And sometimes people don't get out of that. They always need to be dependent on someone throughout their whole life. Independence is someone who can handle themselves and don't need other people. And it's a good thing and a bad thing. The problem why it's a bad thing is that yes, you can do things on your own, but you don't know how to work well with other people. And if it's between if you are being chosen for a team leader, they don't want someone who's totally independent because they need someone who knows how to work with people. And that's what the last one means, interdependence. Someone who knows how to work with other people. Someone who knows how to not manipulate, but know how to communicate with them. And that's the most important part of interdependence, is learning how to communicate. And that's a team leader. I, at the very least, hope to get there. I know how to talk to people. I know how to get people to trust me. I know how to do things. But I'm still struggling to learn how to be independent. Anyways. And so it's a little bit about self-reliance. About trying to rely on myself and not rely on other people for love, for satisfaction. And in a sense, in my head, I feel like it's a bit of codependence. So those people that I've told you about, I think the only thing that makes them different is that I wasn't as close to them. It's that feeling of dependence. After I did my video yesterday, I had a talk with myself. I talked to myself a lot, and I asked myself if I'm okay, and then I would say no, and the other person in me says, talk about it, explain it. And so at this very moment, part of it was my identity comes from those people, from people. I want my identity form in the opinions of others. And so when someone says I'm a bad person, I feel like a bad person. And then I question myself, if I am a bad person, is that my identity? And as I said yesterday, I'm willing to make mistakes and I'm willing to accept them. And I don't want to tell you the nature of it because it's a sensitive topic. Not to mention, I don't fully know what it's about. It's like everyone talks about you, but you don't know what they're talking about. You just hear little droplets around you, but you never fully have the scope of what has happened. Back to the thing. My cat is yelling at me. Back to the thing. Where are you? Here's my girl. Say hi, girl. She's gonna probably get in the way. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. Probably what I saw is that I still have people in my life. I still have friends who trust me, and people who I value a lot. Get your butt out of my face. And what happens is that those people stayed with me because they trust me. They know me. They they understand my heart. And so these other people don't. I don't connect with them the same way. Or I should say those groups of people before, I don't connect with them in the same way as I do with them. And with these people, they tell me that I'm a genuine person. I'm a good person. They don't see someone with ill will. Even new people who talk to me, they don't really see me as someone with that ill will, with bad intentions. And maybe I did say something out of context. Maybe I did say something that could have been misunderstood. Maybe there was that one bad thought. But if you don't know me enough, that should not be the defining factor of who I am. I've studied people before, and I can probably tell you about them on another video, but every person, there is a consistency about them. And so if once you learn about their consistency, you feel that you have them tied down. So when you hear that some of these people just leave you because of that one thing, you feel like, what happened? I don't even know. I don't even know what I did. Like, the last time I had friendships break away from me, I understood what happened. It hurt me because I hurt other people. But I accept it. I have to accept that I hurt people. And I'm willing to change from that. In this case, it's, who did I hurt? What did I do? And these are people who have known me just on and off. They do not know my core. They do not know not just my heart, but how do I put it? I guess it's just the word genuine. I don't know why everyone says I'm genuine. That's a word that seems to pop up every single time. And I understand boundaries because it's the internet. You never know who's going to meet. It's all about boundaries. It's all about giving people choice. It's all about giving people support. And so what I discovered for me is just they were people who didn't really connect with me. They know me on and off, but they did not know me as a person when they talk. And I could delve into it, but they could also be watching, and I don't know. I doubt they're watching. But they allow themselves to make assumptions. And what I guess this is what I resented in my head, in myself, is just the communication. All of those people would have probably, all the people that knows me would have probably talked to me and asked, did I do it? What was the reasoning? Why did you do that? And at least that's my hope. Everyone's different. And that's what makes this so different for me, because they did not seem to want to ask questions. And aside from psychology, I'm also a detective. Not a very good detective, but I'm someone who tries to solve things about people. The first rule of detective work is to not assume things. You are allowed to assume things until you have more evidence, until you are able to understand why these things happen. It's a cause and effect. If point A happens, if how point B happens somewhere, so what was point A? And I don't know. So yeah, as I said, I'm doing better today. Feel better. I'm thinking about streaming. I may link it. I don't think anyone's gonna watch this, but I'm streaming. It's called Mr. T Owl because I like tea and I like the symbols of owls. Owls usually means wisdom. The goddess Athena symbol is wisdom. I'm trying to do things. It's been really hard, especially this past week, because friendship in my life has been really hard because nobody ever sticks. I tend to fade away. I'm usually not everybody's first call. It's all of these things. Yeah. So. I don't really know what else to say, so I'll end it here. Thanks for watching. For whoever you are, I appreciate it. You're all amazing. You're all great. And hopefully you have a wonderful day. Bye.